She twirled in his arms like I had never existed. A ballroom awash in amber light. Music wrapping the room like a lullaby. Eyes followed them, admiring, smiling, pretending it was all just beautiful. I stood still, invisible, watching my wife move with a man she once swore meant nothing. My daughter beamed nearby, clapping softly, proud of what she believed was her mother's liberation. I had warned her. Asterisk, if your mother dances with him, I walk away. Asterisk, Mara didn't believe me. Now I'm gone, and they finally understand the cost of choreographing betrayal. I loved Alina for 20 years. The kind of love that bends pride, that teaches you forgive more than you should. We built our life brick by brick. Our daughter, our home with light spilling to the windows, laughter shared over coffee, and yes, pain at times, but manageable, until he came back. Nate, her childhood friend. Too familiar, too patient, too practiced. The kind of man who lingers in shadows, feeding off the smallest fractures in marriages. I noticed before she did how her eyes changed when she mentioned him, how her silences deepened when I asked questions. She didn't even realize she was already dancing. Mara, our 17-year-old, brilliant, full of spirit, but not yet wise. She thought she was helping. She believed she was guiding her mother back to joy. She didn't see it for what it was. It wasn't love. It wasn't freedom. It was treason. The night I drew the line wasn't a plea. It was a decision. I told Alina, calmly, clearly, asterisk, if you dance with him, I'll leave. Asterisk not out of jealousy, but because I still respected myself. She looked at me like I was cruel, like I was the one ruining something precious. But I saw it all. I always had. That night, Mara brought her mother a red dress. I heard her whisper in their room, asterisk, he doesn't own you, Mom. Go be happy. Asterisk. And so she did. That night, I watched them take the floor. That night, I died, not in body, but in the part of me that still loved her. Something colder took its place. You don't scream when you're betrayed like this. You don't cry. You calculate. The next morning, I woke early, made breakfast, drove Mara to school, kissed Alina on the forehead like nothing had changed. Behind the routine, I was already moving. First, the financials. Alina never cared for the details, never checked where the money went. I quietly moved assets, liquidated accounts, transferred funds offshore under a trust Mara would only access at 25 if she proved loyalty. Second, the house. Bought under my name when we married. I updated the deed, added a transfer clause to someone unexpected. Third, the evidence. The hotel visit in June, the dinner in March, the private sessions with the dancing instructor she claimed helped with stress. I had everything. Photos, emails, audio, dated, printed, labeled. A week passed. I smiled more than usual. Then came the final step. An invitation to a private event. A small party I arranged myself. A retirement celebration. I called it. Alina wore the same red dress. Mara helped curl her hair. Nate arrived late, smug, a bottle of champagne in hand, as if he owned the evening. It was all perfectly staged. I stood in the center of the hall, glass raised. I want to thank my wife, I began, and my daughter for being so supportive these past few months. It hasn't been easy. People clapped. Alina smiled. Mara leaned into her, proud. Tonight is a celebration, I said. But before we toast, I have a short video, a little tribute. I nodded to the DJ. The projector came to life. It began with warmth. Photos from our wedding, clips of baby Mara, moments frozen in time. Then it shifted. Alina and Nate entering the hotel. Audio of Alina's voice. Asterisk, he suspects, but I don't care. Asterisk silence gripped the room. Then a clip of Mara, recorded from outside my study. Asterisk, do it, Mom. You deserve to dance. Asterisk. The final frame lingered on that night's dance floor, the moment she twirled his arms. I turned to them. So yes, I said, she danced. No one clapped. Alina's face drained of all color. Mara's lips parted, a tremble in her breath. I continued, and I said if she did, I'd leave. I placed a small envelope on the table. Inside, divorce papers. Finalized, a signed property transfer. The house, now in the name of my sister, the one who couldn't stand Alina. And a note from Mara. Asterisk, you helped her betray me. Actions have consequences. Love isn't just freedom, it's loyalty. Asterisk. I walked out. No shouting. No glance back. Just a cold wind trailing behind me as I disappeared into the night. They tried calling. Apologies arrived too late. Alina begged for a meeting. Mara sent guilt-wrapped messages. Asterisk, I didn't know. I thought you were controlling her. Asterisk. But betrayal doesn't always shout. Sometimes it's the silence when they watch you bleed. Weeks later, I heard Nate left her. Said he didn't sign up for the backlash. Said the magic vanished once the truth surfaced. The house? Gone. Bank accounts? Frozen. Alina moved into a cramped flat, shared walls, thin ceilings. Mara moved in with friends. She called me once, crying. I answered. Let her speak, I said. Then after her tears, I whispered, asterisk, you danced too, Mara. You just didn't know the cost. Asterisk, and I hung up. You don't always get closure in a courtroom or in an apology. Sometimes revenge is a mirror, one they're forced to look into every day. They sleep with silence now, with the echo of the trust they shattered. I love them, but I love myself more. And that night when she danced, that was the last time she ever touched joy without consequence.